Hey Karen, did you know that Peanut Animal Care Center is submitting an innovation grant idea this year? No Karen, I didn't know that. What do you think the odds are it has to do with foster? 100%! Observe this bananas graph. PAC is a shelter that takes in roughly 18,000 animals every year, and from 2010 to 2019, PAC went from euthanizing over 14,000 animals a year to less than 1,000. There are many pieces to the life-saving puzzle, but a significant portion has been foster, and our data is proving that every day. Great, good for you. What's the problem then? That's still a lot of animals. We know there will always be a portion of the pet population medically or behaviorally too far gone to save, but a reality of sheltering is that we are institutionalizing these animals and then often killing them when they exhibit symptoms of that very institutionalization. Cats starving themselves and dogs vibrating with kenneled energy all day then expending it inappropriately, contagious illnesses that spread like wildfire in a shelter setting of suppressed immune systems. The list goes on. We wait for animals to show us their pain before we take action, and it's not always enough. We focus on damage control, and we should be sharing that focus with prevention. What if we could identify at-risk animals before they even arrived at the shelter, pair them with the foster caregiver, and keep them out for good? Well, thanks to Chameleon Shelter software, a swell IT guy, and maybe even some extra program support funding, we can! This is how it works. PAC is a managed intake shelter, which means pet owners call in to schedule a surrender appointment prior to arrival. We are redrafting the questions asked of pet owners during this phone call to identify probable future at-risk animals based on patterns found in our euthanasia reports. It's at this time that we would prioritize them for foster placement. Once an animal is identified as being at risk, a pet support counselor will add their photo and information to our public dog or cat foster plea board. This is a website called Trello that our current and prospective foster caregivers use to shop for their next foster pet. When caregivers identify an incoming animal as a potential foster, depending on the surrendering owner's comfort level, they will either be connected in advance to meet the animal in a home setting, or simply meet them at the shelter after their surrender appointment. If we could grow a program where many at-risk animals never even spend a day here, what would this graph look like a year from now? What would foster retention and recruitment look like if you're placing animals before they even develop shelter-inflicted medical or behavior problems? In our experience, it's much easier to tuck a foster into this than this. What would length of stay look like? What would a prevention-focused program do not only for euthanasia rates, but shelter suffering as a whole? We're excited to explore and answer these questions this year and hope you'll join us on this journey.